Kimi Antonelli had his first outing in Formula 1 at his home race in the free practice session of the Italian Grand Prix, and this is a very eventful moment because of all the hype given to him since the news dropped of Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes. With the team set to announce him joining the team for the 2025 season to partner alongside George Russell, this is a very eventful and a memorable weekend for the young Italian driver. But it did not get off to a good start, with him crashing the car only on his second push lap, bringing out the red flag, pulling curtains to his first session with the team. And once the incident took place, I started seeing everyone go off about whether he's overhyped and whether it's too early to put him in that Mercedes seat. And see, I partly agree and disagree with these claims, and let's get to it one at a time. The simple answer to this question is no, not really. I mean, the kind of expectation we put in on a driver will only force him into making these kind of mistakes in an effort to prove himself and to validate all the hype. And he's a quick driver. He's a fantastic driver, that is, who deserves all this hype and praise. Once he settles into the seat, he's really quick, he's extremely competitive and adaptable to any car given to him, and his F2 season this year is a testament to it, getting promoted straight from a F4 car. The hype is real, but we also have to be realistic. Not all drivers have the same mentality while approaching their first appearance in Formula 1. Knowing that you have a competitive car in front of your home crowd, especially on a weekend where you're expected to be announced as the team's driver for the 2025 season, you would want to showcase a stellar performance to make a solid debut in Formula 1. So I could completely understand why Kimi Antonelli did what he did, and he was really pushing the car with leaving no margins at any corner. And that also brings me nicely to the next question. I mean, Mercedes has been really vocal about their support and belief in the young Italian. They were hesitant to give Lewis Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, a multi-year contract that he expected because they know that they have an incredible talent in the horizon for whom they would want to keep their options open for. That's why Mercedes gave Lewis a 1+1 year contract, which then led to him signing contract with Ferrari for the 2025 season. So I believe Mercedes expected Lewis Hamilton to take the 1+1 year contract, which would have given the team a breather to let Kimi Antonelli finish F2 this year, then to chuck him into a Williams for a year or two to get him up to speed with Formula 1 before signing him to the main team. But Lewis Hamilton deciding to leave the team for Ferrari in 2025 kinda threw a spanner in the works for the team. That led the team to rush Kimi Antonelli into the Mercedes seat when the ideal process would have been to just chuck him into a Williams seat for a year or two to get him up to speed with Formula 1 before putting the ultimate pressure on him to perform on a higher ranked team like Mercedes. I mean, that's what they did with Russell, and even the greatest drivers of the sport like Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen spent their first year or year and a half at Toro Rosso before moving to the main team. The only driver who has been successful on debut working with a top team has to be Lewis Hamilton with the McLaren in 2007, because he was stupidly quick, but the thing is, it was his rookie mistakes that prevented him from being the drivers' champion in 2007. So that still costed him a championship. So I still believe that it's a bit too early to chuck an 18-year-old into a top team like Mercedes. But if it ends up happening, I'm happy for both Mercedes and Kimi Antonelli because he's a great driver and he fully deserves it. But mistakes like these are expected to happen. I mean, he just turned 18, guys, so cut the guy some slack. This is part of what comes with the rookie, the eagerness of wanting to prove himself among the best. I mean, do you guys remember how Lewis Hamilton was during his early years at McLaren? And let's not even get to Max Verstappen because we all know how he was at Toro Rosso and during his early years at Red Bull. And look how they are right now. They've evolved into some of the best drivers that we've seen in the sport. So I'm sure that Kimi Antonelli will also evolve and grow into being a very solid driver. But in these early stages, mistakes like these are meant to happen, and I think it's important for us to not be too critical because that's just unfair. So yeah, I believe Kimi Antonelli totally deserves all the hype and the praise that he's been given. He's a really quick driver and he has thoroughly impressed me with his performance in F2 this year. So yeah, let me know down in the comments on what are your thoughts on all of this. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the Rendmaster channel if you haven't already. Also hit that bell icon while you're at it so we get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me Vinesh from Rendmaster and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.